All right, well, we definitely just picked up a nice stack of comic books, that's for sure. So let's go ahead and take them out of the bags and see exactly what we got. All right, out of the bags. Yeah, personally, I might be happier with this particular pickup than I have at my LCS, and maybe in a long time, I know that. But Detective Comics, issue 372. This was not the $2 bin. I paid $7 for this, or is it 9? No, right here, right? $7. Yes, I paid $7 for this book. I wanted it because I had it when I was a lot younger, and it suffered an extraordinary sad demise of water damage. And long story short is, yeah, I wanted another issue. But it was a cool little Neil Adams cover, issue 372, 1968 for $7. And I kind of been on the outlook for this, but this is not a cheap book, and this is a book that's been going up in value. I know my comic book shop was asking, I think, like $14 for like a 3.5 or something. And this one is in the realm of maybe a 4.5. We're detached at the bottom, staple barely. Well, I mean, we're detached, but other than that, it's a fairly clean book, and it's got a little crease in the back. But for the price, I thought that was a pretty cool pickup. It's about as cheap as I'm ever going to get it. So, Detective Comics 372, Neil Adams cover. I picked it up, and I am happy to have it again. Inferior 5, 20 center. Issue number 11. I picked this up in the $2 bin. Next handful of books are in the $2 bin in my LCS. And I do not have Inferior 5, and I wanted it because I know a little bit about them. They're kind of like a second-rate group of superheroes, which I think I kind of elaborated in my last video, talking about kind of rooting for the guys that kind of have a lot of problems and quirks, and this is definitely right up that particular alley. And I think there's only 12 issues of the Inferior 5, which makes it a little bit more fun to collect. So, yeah, issue number 11, it was in the $2 bin, snatched it up. And yeah, moving on. But I think even the discounted dollar books that we will go through were actually pretty cool little pickups too. Looney Tunes, issue number, I don't know, it's on the inside, 10 center though. This was cool, still 10 cents, so it's a slightly later one. Cool black cover, and I don't believe I have this one, and I have most of them, that is for sure. But I saw this, and this was an instant pickup. The black just stuck right out of me, and I wanted to snatch it up quickly. 1950 something, I know that. 1959, issue 217. Yeah, it's a later one. Probably one of the latest of this. That's still 10 centers, but yeah, cool stuff. I love collecting these ones. I will collect all the ones that I don't have until I have them all. And like I've said, it's getting tougher to find these particular books in the $2 bin in my shop or anywhere else in general, because they are just, yeah, it seems like they're getting a little more attention, which is pretty cool. Blackhawk issue 188, $2 bin. And this might be a top 3 of the coolest of the $2 bins that I've ever picked up. And I've probably picked up hundreds, if not 500s of books out of that $2 bin. Yeah, way more than 100. Blackhawk issue 188. I get it. It's maybe a $5 grade and or $5 book and, you know, 3.0, 4.0 grade copy, but this is not a low grade book at all. I saw this, I took it out of the bag because it didn't even have a bag and board on it. In the $2 bin, it's just bagged books, and it looked really clean. Yeah, this is actually really cool. So for $2, this was one of those books that was just an insane deal in my opinion. And pretty much anyone who, I mean, has collected any type of Blackhawks or comics in general knows this was actually a really cool find. So I thought this was cool, and I love these covers on these Blackhawks. The different blues, the bright pinks, and the purples, and just, yeah, awesome covers. Higher grade book, maybe like a 6.0, 6.5 for $2. Yeah, this is a $10 book. So that was actually really cool. So shout out to my LCS for actually having that in there. Yeah, because that's the cool thing about that particular shop is every once in a while you do see a little diamond in the rough or whatever the phrase is. Adventure Comics 371. This one looked fairly clean for $2, so I thought it was an instant pickup. It looks like it's got some heavy tanning, that's for sure, but I didn't really care at all because this cover did not look particularly familiar. And like I keep saying every single time I do this, I really need to spend like a full weekend and just documenting every book that I have and get it into a database somehow. and go from there. So I'm not getting duplicates because I don't know if I have this one. I don't think I do. There's the centerfold nicely attached, and I enjoy adventure comics and action comics. And issue number 371 for $2 was another pretty cool deal. Luke Cage, Power Man, issue number 42, $2 bin. I picked it up because I realized that I only have like maybe one issue of Power Man, maybe two. And yeah, I wanted to, I guess, add to that particular run. So I saw that they had a couple in there. I think he maybe had like 3 or 4 in there. And some of them were a little bit too beat up, and I know they're not, high value books, but obviously I don't care about that. But I picked this one up because I don't have it. It looked like a cool cover, and it wasn't completely low grade, so I picked it up. And along with Luke Cage Power Man issue number 46, 30 center. And yeah, 1970 something, 1977, $2. So yeah, not very many Power Mans that I have. I've read one and I enjoyed it. Actually, the one that I do own, and I don't even know where it is right now. I gotta get all this stuff organized. But picked up 2 more, and yeah, moving on. All right, and we picked up more of the discounted dollar books, which I actually think I got some really cool stuff that I actually like, which was actually really cool. But I mean, usually I get stuff that I like, but this particular one kind of had some cool stuff that I thought was awesome. So like this, Innovation 3 Forbidden Planets. I'm kind of starting to like some of these innovations. I looked through the other one. What the heck was I can't think now. God, I need to plan for this better. Quantum Leap. Yes, I read the Quantum Leap innovation that I had in God knows what other videos ago, and I thought that was actually really cool artwork like that. Yeah, like this. It had a lot of detail to it, like a lot of real fine detail to the artwork, and then yeah, it was a lengthy read as well, actually. But this actually, again, I thought it was a pretty cool. What was the other one? Anne Rice. Yeah, Anne Rice, Interview with the Vampire. I actually looked on My Comic Shop, and they wanted like $8 for a VF. So to pick them up for 30 cents was obviously an awesome deal. Gremlin Trouble, ABP, issue number 1. I don't know anything about it, but I picked it up, issue number 1, 1995. But yeah, those innovations also had some resale value. I looked at the eBay solds of some of those too, and they had a couple bucks worth of value too, which was actually pretty cool. So I will be, I bagged all my other innovations. I'm going to bag and board that one, and yeah, keep looking out for them while I can. The Futurians by Dave Cocker, issue number 1. Looks like a pretty clean book. Oh, geez, never mind. It's got a big old stamp right there. Super value 4 for 1 on top of another sticker. It's probably super value 2 for 1. It is what it is. 19, I have no idea. It's not showing. I can't see that far away. But issue number 1, I don't know anything about it. The Futurians. What does it say? Walgreens? Jesus, stamps everywhere in this thing. The journeys that a comic book will take throughout its course of its life is fascinating to me. I don't know why. I just think about it for some weird reason. I'm going to put this one up just because I don't know much about it. Betty, issue number 19. Looks like he's got Betty working on the old clunker there for Archie. That's an interesting looking cover, actually. The Flintstones, issue number 7, Harvey Classics. This was cool. These books aren't cheap. These Flintstones Harvey Classics, but a lot of the Harvey Classics from the 90s actually have a lot of decent value to them, or support value, I should say. 1993, these aren't books that you'll just see in some random cheap lot on eBay or even a dollar bin, and this one's actually looking pretty clean, which is cool. I'm going to bag and board that, but that's actually pretty cool for the price, obviously. Not a particularly cheap book. Comico, Justice Machine, issue number 3. Yes, I do like Comico. I understand I might be an outlier on that, but yeah, I do like Comico. There's nothing else to say about that. And another Heathcliff, issue number 9, 75 center. We've had several Heathcliffs, and this one looks a little cleaner than the other ones, which is nice. Freak Brothers, issue number 5. These were cool, because these look pretty clean. I had a couple of these in another older lot, but I know a couple of them had some water damage, and a lot of them were pretty low grade. But yeah, these were cool. These had a lot of different they're almost like Classics Illustrated. They had so many different reprints, but these came out in the 60s, and then this one's a reprint from 1988. And yeah, but still, these aren't really cheap books either. Actually, these reprints also have some value to them, so I thought that was pretty cool. And he had several of them too. Freak Brothers, issue number 1. This is number 1. This was a later one, 1980, obviously, and not the first one, but again, another reprint. But yeah, it's just stories from the 60s, a bunch of stoners getting together and acting stupid and being stupid. And yeah, Freak Brothers, as you can tell by the picture in this, what you're kind of gonna get yourself into when you read them. But I think I got about 4 of them here. Freak Brothers, issue number something, issue number 2, 1989 reprints. And that's kind of cool, 1 and 2. And issue number 4, what year is this? 1980. So this is probably one of the older ones. Yeah, I think they had the one in the 60s. I want to say like late 70s and then 80s, then like in late 80s and then like in early 90s. They had multiple prints of that run. And last one of the Freak Brothers, issue number 1980, issue number 3. Nice. Oh, sticky there. Not bad though. I will take it for about 33 cents per book. Sun Runners, issue number 2, PC. It's a weird looking cover. 1984. That's a little older than I thought. But that was 90s for sure. I don't know anything about Sun Runners. I saw it, I picked it up, and yeah. Moving on, and The Adventures of Barry Wynn, Boy Genius, issue number 6. $2.95. 2002. To be honest, I'm not 100% certain why I even picked this one up. But I did, apparently. And yeah. Monkey Tales. All right, moving on. Patsy and Her Pals, 10 center. Don't get too excited. This one's got some love to it. Issue number 14, because it's, for one, missing a back. But still a cool little cover there. Cool, sweet Patsy Walker cover there. 1955. Completely detached, only half the cover, but I don't care for the price. That is old, 1955. Pretty cool artwork there. Yeah, obviously this would be about a $7 to $10 book, even if it was just in a 4.0 grade. But yeah, it's obviously not a 4.0 anywhere near, but actually presents pretty well. If you just look at it from that angle, it looks like a perfectly fine Patsy. Moving on. Yogi Bear, giant size, issue number 1, Harvey Classics. I picked it up. It's a thick one. 1992. I do not have this particular Yogi Bear giant size, and I picked it up. It is a thick book. And moving on. Ganon God, Dark Horse, issue number 18. Kenichi Sonoda. Exanian. What's this? I have no idea. 2003, black and white. Lots of black and white we've been getting lately. I don't know anything about it. It's a Dark Horse, issue number 18. And Forgotten Realms, issue number 1. I thought that was kind of cool, because I got a few of the Forgotten Realms, and I actually read it. I thought it was cool. It had cool artwork inside, and I do not have an issue number 1. So I thought that was pretty cool. I don't know if it's worth more. I really don't care, but yeah, I mean, that's cool stuff right there. Issue number 1. Nice. I will be putting that up just because I'm going to back and board that. I'm going to read that probably later. I don't know if today or whenever you get around to it. But X-Force issue number 28. Moving on. Richie Rich, issue number 10. Yes, billions of Richie Riches everywhere. I see them all the time. I pick up probably more than I should. And yeah, a never-ending stream of Richie Rich. Betty and Veronica, issue number 72. I do know... It used to be the case for Jonah Hex like 10 years ago. You used to find Jonah Hex issues everywhere. And yeah, that got a little bit more popular there. And now I notice I've been looking at Jonah Hex lately, and I'm like, wow, it's actually kind of gone up quite a bit. Citizen Kang, Part 2 Thor, issue number 17, 1992. newsstand. And Archie issue 425. I'm trying to think when that Jonah Hex movie came out. That was a while ago, I think. And I know that movie wasn't rated very well. In fact, it wasn't really good in a lot of people's eyes. But I do know it seems like Jonah Hex has gotten a little popular recently. Captain America issue 406, newsstand. It's got some love to it. It's a cool little cover there. I think I might have that one, to be honest. I probably could have left that one for someone else to pick up. I'll have to check though. Maybe not. I'm looking over there. 406, so I'm going to check that one. Sarbrand, issue number 12. 75 center, 1988. Farewell, Pittsburgh. It's interesting looking Starbrand. I don't remember the covers looking like that. That was an earlier issue. I'm not sure. That's a cool looking cover though. That is actually really cool. I am going to just put that one up there just because there's something about the artwork that kind of looked kind of interesting. Nth Man, the Ultimate Ninja, issue number 1. Looks pretty clean too. My God, every time I say that, there's a sticker on there right after I say that. Super value 4 for 1. Probably explains why he's got it in the dollar bin. That sticker is really a major annoyance, obviously, and I don't blame him for obviously not trying to. That was a good game. Bubble Bobble. I remember that game when I was a kid. I mean, it's not a. It's. I mean, this nostalgia factor on that game was really high, but obviously Mario Brothers. Sorry, guys. That's why I also like comic books. Looking through the old ads of all that stuff. The toll-free 1-800 number. Call 1-800 to help get if you're stuck on how to get through Castlevania 2 or Metroid. Just call us and we'll tell you how to fall through the lava or bend down on your knees for 15 seconds while a random tornado whips you out to the other part of the map. Just crazy stuff you never figure out. Sorry guys, but yeah, that sticker's kind of a bummer there. Nth Man issue number 1. Moving on. Shaman's Tears number 1. Well, it looks clean. I mean, I'm sure this book is not something that's made 2 billion copies of it, but I'm not even gonna take on this thing. It's kind of cool. I'm gonna open it up. Probably don't even want to crease it, but I don't know anything about this. 1993 number 1. Something they probably made about 700 million copies of. Yeah, why don't we just put that up because I don't recall ever seeing that. So maybe there's a slight edge there that it's not as common as I think. Spotlight Comics number 2, Samurai Squirrel. He looks really pissed off. Is that marker written on there? Or is that just a... I don't know, it looks like someone might have taken like a purple marker there. I have no idea. I've never seen what the actual... Yeah, I don't know if... yeah. Samurai Squirrel, issue number 2. Published 8 times per year by Spotlight Comics. Black and white. Nice. I don't know anything about the Samurai Squirrel. Moving on. Yeah, I was playing Hollow Knight for the Switch. That's a real fun game. Pat Savage, Millennium, $2.50. Woman of Bronze. Nice. What is that? Number 1 or number something? I don't even know. Did it say number? Maybe it's... don't know anything about it. It's Woman of Bronze. Family Blood. That's cool artwork style right there. She looks like she means business for sure. That's actually pretty cool. I'm gonna have to yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might actually read it. I might look it up, see what it's about. I don't know anything about it. Pat Savage, Millennium. She looks pretty pissed. Yeah, she got some revenge there. Nice. Woman of Bronze. I don't know why I looked at that for so long, but stuff like that I don't know about. Ren and Stimpy Show, issue number 11. I think I might have this one. And that's 1200 lot or whatever. Had some Ren and Stimpies on there. Issue number 11, Nightmare Before Christmas. That was another classic movie. Yogi Bear Big Book, issue number 1, Harvey Classics. That's cool. Harvey Classics aren't super cheap books. 1992. This one looks pretty clean. But yeah, what was I saying? Hollow Knight for Nintendo Switch. That's a really fun game. I don't know why that popped in my head right now. It was something about a superhero character. I think that was tied in that game or connected to it. Now I can't even remember what I was, what that character was or what I was about to say it. Now I'm stuck not saying anything. Buffy the Vampire Slayer issue number 12. Yes, another Buffy. We're not going to go into it, but the way this is going, I'm going to pick up a Buffy. It seems like 1 or 2 a week and have the whole run here. Giant size Yogi Bear issue number 2. Another thick one. And yeah, no, we don't need to waste any more time. That's a real thick book. And a couple more books and then we're all done. But thanks for watching, guys. And obviously like or subscribe. If not, no big deal. And I got an eBay order coming. Got some Tomb Raider stuff and some more stuff. And always more stuff. Cheryl Blossom Special number 1. I think this has some value to it. I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. But there's a good chance that I'm not. I think this actually might be like a $8 to $10 book, as crazy as that sounds. It doesn't look chewed up, does it? Cheryl Blossom is kind of high demand either right now or for a little while. I know this is not a cheap book. I hate it when I don't look this stuff up or plan for this. I'm trying to think off the cuff here if this has a value, but actually I think this is actually a pretty cool pickup. When I saw this, I'm like, this might have some value to it, and I still haven't remembered to go look or anything. Not that it matters, but yeah, I'm gonna have to look at that one. Cheryl Blossom number 1, and last book of this particular trip, Machine Gun Man issue number 1, 75 center Newsy, and yeah, this was a pretty cool little pickup for this week. But anyways, that is the end of it. Thanks for watching, guys. Next week, I believe it's gonna be some eBay stuff, and God knows what else. We'll just find out. Go buy the fly. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and I will talk to you later.